So, Subi, of course, we saw Baguette versus Vertex go to Game 5 last week, and it was close, but it ended, I believe, 2-1. And now we're looking at BDS, who they kind of had issues that Notorious Legion had when they played each other last week, where some triple commits that were questionable, some transitional numbers that were questionable. But at the end of the day, those mistakes weren't counted for because they were outscoring their mistakes. I mean, they would put up 4, 5, 6 goals in a minute so they could have room to work with. And this is a situation where Baguette, you can't give them room because you can't match that scoring. I'm really kind of worried about how Baguette's defense will hold up.
It's going to be a rough one for sure because I think Team BDS is a better team than Team Vertex.
Me too.
I mean, we'll see that as the season progresses further and further. But yeah, Baguette Squad has their work cut out for them here. Both these teams were in the rival series last season. Both these teams retained their spot. Both these teams retained all 3 players, and they both ended 5-4. But Team BDS started this season a lot hotter.
I think at the end of the season, I should get, well, that's going to be open goal as Yukas gets a pass forward and he's going to get the first goal of the game. And I was going to say, I think I should get a shirt that says strike hot and strike early and just wear it every time I cast Rocket League, because that's exactly what all of these teams who come in as the underdog need to do to start games off. I mean, you have to score in the first minute. And look at that. Already, Baguette doing that.
Yeah, and just a complete breakdown from the defense for Team BDS. Good demo from Rizual. And Yukas puts it up the side wall. Team BDS looking a little slow here, the start of game number 1, but I don't expect it to last long. This is definitely a team that takes a little time to warm up, but once they get hot, It is so hard to cool them off.
Yeah, speaking of warming up, it was about controlling the pace when they were pushed back. That's one of the things that Supersonic harped on about their performance last week. And like I said, it takes a little bit of time for them to get warmed up, and once they do, they control the pace so well. Goal from Monkey Moon off the redirect up. A mistake from Baguette Squad costs them, and it's now tied 1-1.
Yeah, it looks like a double commit coming out from them there.
Yep.
And it was just an easy putback for Monkey Moon. Easy shot from him. Smart bump from Mark by 8 there.
Oh, this could be a second goal.
To that ball. And another double commit coming out from Baguette Squad. This could be worrisome going up against Team BDS.
I believe it was Yukas who, off the face-off, cheated over for boost just a little bit, and that left the ball wide open at midfield. And then a uncharacteristic miss by Clayax will send the ball the other way, and Mark Baguette cuts it off. But still, you have plenty of time. But some issues rearing their ugly heads off the start for Baguette. On the other side, Monkey Moon carrying. Taken away, Mark Baguette with the redirect, but he won't get it to land. And it's immediately taken at the goal line by Baguette Squad as Swoopin carries it out towards midfield.
Oh, Mark with the backwards bump on Rizual, but his teammates were not expecting him to make contact there, but they do maintain pressure here as Clayax doesn't get the touch there. And a good touch here coming out from Rizual to put it to the side wall after the whiff coming out from his teammate.
And that's going to be up for Yukas. Clayax cuts it off. Rizual on the other side. And now Clayax will push this one forward, extending into the corner before Swoopin comes in, takes it away. A demo in favor of BDS. But again, they slow it down. And now they're kind of working the waters. They're seeing what's hot, what's not. How much can they push? Clayax pushes it back to midfield. That's up for Mark by 8. And it's going to come waterfalling down. A good save by Yukas at the goal line. But again, just the pressure from BDS has been a lot to handle, and Baguette have not done a good job of transitioning out, but here comes an opportunity.
Oh, nice try there from Yukas on that redirect. And a good pass from Rizual over to the side wall. Baguette Squad have numbers, but the booming clear from Monkey Moon to give him space clears all that pressure downfield, and back and forth these teams go. That shot just wide. And Team BDS trying to get those passing plays developing, but Baguette Squad has done a great job of cutting them off.
And net zero on those booming clears, but one of the things you talked about last series with Weedham Girls is they're setting up some of these passes kind of on the corners. They're not really pushing it downfield. And that's kind of what I'm seeing off the start from Baguette. They get some of these opportunities in transition, but they push the ball down instead of working the ceiling and pinching it off. And sometimes that works. Most of the time it really doesn't.
Oh, Clayax doing a little break dance there, and Monkey Moon misses the ball. The net was there. No defender present. love another shot at that one, but this ball game remains tied as we hit a minute and 20 to go here in game number 1. Can Baguette Squad hang on, or is Team BDS just going to keep pushing him around?
Well, Baguette's playing great defense and a good stuff. We'll set it up for ClayX to try this again. And that's going to go off the corner. Here comes Mark by 8 in pursuit. He gets a center, but this looks like a little too far out ahead. It was. Yukas now carrying. And he knocks it towards midfield before Monkey Moon sends it the other way.
And right now, shot totals are 6. Oh, that's an easy one for Monkey Moon. Yukas had to respect ClayX up on this back wall. You see him check his rearview mirror and say, oh, I see you. Nope, that's Monkey Moon. And just like that, Team BDS up by 1.
It's situations like this, Subi, where it's going to go one of two ways. You're either going to have consistent shots that are at one point or another going to fall down and you're going to get a goal, or you're going to try over and over again and not connect, and then a transitional attack from Baguette will lead to a goal. It was just basically waiting to see which one was going to come first. Unfortunately for Baguette, they weren't able to stave off that push just enough. And they get punished for it, and now they're down by 1 with 25 seconds, still plenty of time. Rizwul tried to flick it over. No one was there, though. Swoopin was on the left side, but they recover nicely. And into the corner before Monkey Moon slows it down. A big demo from Yukas, and now Rizwul will carry. He flicks it over 1, but no, Swoopin's at midfield, Subi, and that's a goal from Rizwul. A good read to slow it down, return back in action, find the ball, and punch it through.
It's 2 hits on the ball in the box, forces ClayX to jump and just puts the shot right over them. I love the pressure there, and the fact that Rizwul refused to rotate out ties this ball game up. But here comes BDS. The pass off that side wall. Rizwul booms it downfield, and a good clear there from ClayX to give space, but this one's still alive. Rizwul's waiting, Rizwul's lurking, puts the shot up high, and no double tap is there, and we go into overtime.
I thought for a second that was about to be a huge mistake, but both predictions were right. At one point, that shot's going to fall. The other point, transition's going to work. But here comes ClayX with a carry and a final save from Swoopin. Will keep game number 1 continued. As Mark by 8 now, following underneath. One missed hit, and now, ooh, I thought that was an open net. I could not see Swoopin behind that ball, but again, another save from Baguette.
Oh,
and
no!
Off the back wall. It's getting dangerous, Subi. You could feel it. You could feel a goal coming.
And all it's going to take is a mistake, a bump there, but Yukas repositions his car. The angled shot from Mark by 8, just a little too close. And ClayX, the passing play's coming out. Mark by 8 tries to put it in, and Monkey Moon finishes it. Game number 2 going in favor of Team BDS. That's
again, it's okay. I thought first I was like, wait, we already got through game 1. Holy cow. But again, that's one of those things where we said it in the pregame. We said that BDS, while they do have some issues when it comes to pacing at midfield, they put shots down and they find ways to score to out-correct those mistakes. 3 goals by Monkey Moon. Another hat trick. He had a hat trick last week in game 3. He has a hat trick in game 1. 7 shots, Subi. 7 shots. I mean, you can't ask for more than that.
And 3 for 7. I mean, that's around 46% something.
I mean, it doesn't look impressive, but it is.
It is very impressive. I mean, this guy is so consistent. Last season in Rival Series, he shot 23.7%. This season, he's shooting 22.5%. And if he continues to put on a performance like he did here in Game 1, his percentage is just going to increase just exponentially after this game.
Yeah, no, this team is like a frequency distribution chart. Like they just find ways to keep going up and down, but those down times are them recovering on defense, and the upswings are 4 or 5 goals. And I think they average at least 3 or 4 goals a game, which is ridiculous to say the least, which just means they're creating mismatches. They're finding ways to score even when you try to stop them. And that's, again, where Baguette need to come out and neutralize players. You need to neutralize Monkey Moon when he comes for follow-up shots off the back wall. You need to neutralize Mark by playing at the corner and stealing boost. And ClayX is setting up passing opportunities. These are things that need to start happening. But again, good defense from Baguette squad. It wasn't enough. We went to overtime. Good signs from them. They pushed it to Game 5 last week against Vertex. Still worried about their chances here.
Well, and you called it out. Great defense from Baguette squad, and there's got to be a silver lining to that defeat that they just put through in game number 1. But
there's always a
silver
silver lining when it goes to overtime.
Right. Absolutely, especially against one of the better teams in the league, in my opinion. Yeah. And this one's dangerous. That net's open. ClayX trying to look for a defender, but I wanted to bring up Rizzual, and I was going to before the series, but I wanted to wait to see what he brought in game 1. And the reason I wanted to wait is this guy's shooting 3.6% on the season. Terrible, horrendous.
Not good.
1 goal for the entire season. Just not good by any stretch of the imagination, and he was the one that got a goal there in game number 1 to tie up the series. So for me, hey, this kid's coming out here in week 4 and completely turning things around just in game 1 alone.
Yeah, and I think you just argue production has been Baguette's biggest problem. It's not really been defense, it's just been production. They haven't been able to match their opponents in scoring, and clearly that's reflected in their placement in the league, but their defense has been relatively good. It's just been finding ways to score. They haven't been able to do it. And when you come into the midseason of Rivals, you need to find ways. And back to midfield we go. Monkey Moon will take control of that one. It's going to go off the backboard. Never mind. It was off the ceiling and marked by 8. Again, controlling boost will steal that one. And they've kept Baguette in their half. That's a demo, and they've controlled the boost. And now Rizzual is forced to play a one-on-one with 3 players. It's not going to work this time. Here comes Yukis. No follow-up shot into the sidewall, and back to midfield we go in favor of BDS.
Flip reset and gets shot. It, but marked by 8. Can't get the follow-up. Great individual skills there from ClayX. Just couldn't get the final touch.
He might have had the goal without the flip reset. But at the end of the day, I mean, how many times can I say it? At some point, that shot's going to land. A big demo in net by Swoopin. But no follow-up from Baguette squad. That's going to be off to the corner, no problem. Monkey Moon will slow it down. He's going to grab it over 1 defender. Now set it up for mark by 8, who could punch it in. No. Just a bad angle and a bad center, but no worries, ClayX is there.
And he does get that boost steal. And just to bring the conversation back to what we were talking about at the start of the game, as far as goals are concerned, goals for a team, goals per game, Team BDS second in the league right now, just behind Triple Trouble. They're getting about 2.4 a game. So you gotta tip your hat to Baguette squad, limiting them to 2 goals, taking it to overtime, and then losing by obviously 3. I mean, they're facing one of the best offenses in the league, and they're holding their own.
Yeah, and I wasn't too off when I said I think they're averaging like 3, 4 was a bit of a stretch, but the biggest thing was, I mean, when we're talking about, wins that are average of 2.4 goals or per game, I mean, these were wins that were either 2-1, 3-1. We had a game that was 7-1, 6-1, 4-1. I mean, these guys score at will. So over time, it only seems like they only have 2 goals per game, but they're beating players down and they're beating teams so relentlessly that it's hard to find reads on balls.
Rizzual was not expecting. Oh my goodness, shot. I wasn't expecting that, as Rizzual comes down from the sky and gives the lead to Baguette squad.
That was such a good shot.
Oh.
That might be one of the best shots we've seen this season.
That was
the wherewithal to have that kind of presence on the ceiling. Woo! And another shot. Baguette squad finally woke up off an incredible play. And we said Rizzual, right? We were like, where is he? Where's he going to wake up? All of a sudden, bang. Wow, that was incredible.
And we saw in game 1, Team BDS barely holding on to a kickoff, preventing a goal, and they get punished for it as they sent one cheating up, got a little too aggressive, and Baguette squad easily able to put that one in. Now Team BDS looking for 2 goals as we near 1 minute to go here in game 2.
It's great individual plays from Baguette squad that have created this lead. Here comes a shot right over defender. Oh, it's off the top of the post. No! It gets sent away. Marked by 8 gains control for now. No one's going to challenge.
Okay.
He sends it down. And a dunk? Looking at a 1-goal game, Subi.
Okay, we see you, Mark. A nice scoop there off the ceiling. Gets a double tap. Goes off the backboard. That's 3 touches in 1 possession coming out from the Sherpa of Team BDS.
51 seconds, plenty of time. We could be looking at another overtime for game 2. As Monkey Moon will elect to back off. Didn't have boost. ClayX now centering for Monkey Moon on the sidewall. And Monkey Moon was expecting a pass towards midfield. It didn't come. No worries there. Marked by it again with a center.
Pass.
Monkey Moon with a redirect. Oh my god. What a great redirect. And you have to, again, tip your hat to Marked by 8 for setting up this play. And again, Monkey Moon finding a way off the bumper to push it towards the top shelf.
That is not an easy shot at all. He cuts through the defense, goes for almost a cross-body shot. But you said it, Spaceman. The setup was perfect from Mark, and Monkey Moon gets his 5th goal of the series.
He had 7 goals last week in a 3-1 win. Now he comes in, and he finds the net twice in game 2. Again, this team, they have mistakes, yes, but their ability to score at will is so detrimental to so many teams. It's so hard to come back from that.
Scoring at will is the storyline. They scored 3 goals in almost a minute. I mean, that is ridiculous.
It's demoralizing for Baguette. I mean, you're on the clutches of your first, obviously, game win in the series, but you could be looking at a possibility of going up 2-1 if you're able to take game 3. You're in a good position. All the momentum's on your side. You stun them 2-0. And now we're looking at a 3-2 win in a minute. Like, it's demoralizing. It's so demoralizing. Now you're down 2-0 in what could have been a 1-1 series. We could be looking at another hot 3-0.
And again, the accuracy coming out from Team BDS is astounding. 20% there from Monkey Moon, 25% from Marked by 8. These guys are shooting the lights out. And Baguette Squad, they faced the same thing last week going up against Team Vertex. I talked about it in the pre-show that Team Vertex was shooting the lights out, and they were passing very well. And I think that's the only reason that they lost. But Team BDS is doing the exact same thing. So maybe the storyline, instead of going up against teams that are just red hot shooting the lights out, it's Baguette Squad is just giving too much space to these offenses to work with.
And I think it's a testament to just how well BDS plays as a team. Like, there was a minute left. And they scored 3 goals. Of course, scoring at will doesn't mean, you go down. People are like, oh, they were down 2-0. Like, they couldn't find a way to score then. It doesn't matter. You were down a minute and they scored 3 goals. They basically had their way with all of Baguette. And Baguette isn't by any stretch a bad team. They have so many puzzle pieces that they put together. They have such great potential. Their biggest issue has been accuracy and committing on plays and winning challenges in goal line. When they get pushed back on defense, they crumble very easily. They play great defense throughout the entire game, but they crumble after a while. And the problem is that you can crumble, sure, but you have to be able to transition on offense and find ways to create opportunities. They haven't been able to do it. Everyone's been relatively quiet. Of course, Rizul had a goal, and it was impressive nonetheless. But it just, after a while, dude, you can only hold back that water so long.
Yeah, Marked by 8 looking for a double. Good call off there from Clay, but unfortunately a little too wide. Was looking for the upper 90, and it was not found. Good defense there from Monkey Moon. Infield pass, but the shot too high, and numbers advantage coming down for Team BDS. Ritual, good defense there to avoid that bump, get a touch on the ball, give his teammates space, and push this ball back into the blue half.
On transition is BDS, but again, we see Yukis slowing it down. Riz will be 3rd man back. He centers it, or I should say passes it forward for Swoopin, who gets the demo. And they should be able to control this for now, Subi, as they push it forward. Never mind, another demo will come out. Oh, God, I thought that was going to be a booming hit. But Swoopin slows it down. A shot opportunity for a follow-up. Yes. Yes. Yukis, welcome to Game 3, sir. We've been looking for you.
Great pass downfield. Just puts it on a dime for Yukis. And Yukis shows his mechanics there as he puts it up on the back wall and rings it home. Again, Baguette Squad take the lead early, but you gotta hold off Team BDS here for 5 minutes and not a second shorter.
Baguette won the challenge. BDS won the retake. And back the other way we go. It's Monkey Moon who sends it into the corner. Risual should have easy carry of this. A demo does favor BDS. Off the sidewall, centered for a teammate. No, Monkey Moon had no boost, no problem. Risual now following in pursuit. Back to midfield. Monkey Moon with a hit up. Swoop in does stop it away at last second. So a save from him will keep this a 1-0 game. And Baguette with another hit. A dangerous one at that. And these individual hits, again, accuracy has been one of their best suits. And they've found a way to put pressure down early.
They're doing a great job at reading the clears coming out from Baguette squad right now. They're positioning themselves perfectly to basically just cut those passing lanes away and steal the ball away. And again, booming clear downfield to start the offense. Risual, though, gets it around Monkey Moon, gets this pass up, but nobody there. This ball goes into the corner, and Swoopin', not expecting a miss, goes for a touch and misses that shot.
That one will fall right down under Yukis. He did get a touch. Risual came over. You could expect the hit. Unfortunately, it didn't connect. Now Baguette will send it the other way. A bounce for Risual, easy to handle. Challenged, won by BDS at midfield. A carry by Monkey Moon. He gets bopped out of the situation. And Baguette now carrying. No, Risual saves it again.
Oh, good demo from Mark. And another demo. Net is open.
That's a goal.
Monkey Moon just pushes it into the net. And beautiful play from Team BDS.
Getting physical in the box, in their half, is what kept Notorious Legion in games. It's what's kept BDS in games. That's what we expected Baguette squad to do once they started getting opportunities. And they haven't been able to find that.
Clutch touch there from Monkey Moon, and another save put on that ball. And Mark, intentional whiff, maybe, but we're going to go ahead and call it a tactical fake. And Clay X puts it towards the corner. Baguette squad still in this one, but it's definitely looking like the pendulum is swinging to the side of Team BDS.
And the momentum swing could be another goal, and that's a pass downfield, and Baguette flips under. And he rides that back to the net. I mean, Monkey Moon with the setup, Baguette with the finish. It was going to go either way, but they score at will, Subi. They score when they want to, and now Baguette are looking at a 3-0 if they don't respond.
And in this series, if you look back at the scoreboards, you're going to say, wow, PlayX hasn't done a thing. He's had goose eggs the entire...
Hold on.
Oh, hold the microphone, because Swoopin' is tying this game up.
Carries it by himself, flicks it over a defender towards the top shelf, bounce down, no problem, hello. All of a sudden it's a 2-2 game, and you need an individual play for like that to keep Baguette in this series.
And as I was saying before, you might take a look at the scoreboard and wonder, you know, where's Clay X been? What's he been doing? Because no goal, no assist, but he's been doing stuff like this. He finally gets one on the board and gives Team BDS the lead once again.
That was all him. He stole boost. He won the challenge. In the center of the net. I mean, they score at will, dude. There's nothing else you can say. To all of Baguette's credit for staying in this series, they score at will.
The word that comes to mind when I think of Clay X, it's got to be scrappy. This guy is just a scrappy player.
You can never count him out. I think that's really the kind of the storyline for this entire team. Oh my god. What is happening?
Oh, just great transition down the field, and Risual beating out Monkey Moon there and rings it inside of the post. Risual with his third goal of the series off of that one coming out from Swoopin'.
I guess you can't count any of these teams out. This is the best we've seen Baguette play in weeks. Now tied with a minute left. Who's going to score next? I honestly have no idea. I don't think we're going to see an overtime. And that's going to go off the sidewall. Here's an opportunity. Swoop into the back line. Down for Swoopin'. No, Monkey Moon intercepts it and sends it the other way. Risual cuts it off, but Monkey Moon is there. Open net. Okay, Swoopin'. No worries. Saves it for now. Baguette Sends it up for Yukis, who will unfortunately redirect it for Monkey Moon, but back to
Yukis
midfield,
is
and Clayax has
open!
to fall back in transition. Oh, that's a good play.
That is a tough save.
Oh my God.
Tough save. And marked
two
by
open.
8 looking for demos. And this is
He
going to be
bumped him out of the
dangerous.
net.
Team BDS has to scramble back to defense.
He bumped him out. They have to slow this down in midfield. They have no boost now. That's a booming hit. Who's going to be in position? Yukis, no. Follow up open net. No, it's so unfortunate, but BDS with 5 seconds to go. Oh, the miss by Yukis. I mean, you can only hope it goes to the corner. Mark by 8, reading it beautifully. This team, you never count them out, man. 4 goals. Unreal.
Need it right here, Rizwal with the catch. Rizwal trying to keep it alive. It does, and Yukis can't keep control. Marked by 8, slams it home.
Wow.
And Team BDS get the sweep here.